Hura brasiliensis. The recent success of few of the cases by using this remedy encouraged me to work more on this. A case of gastrointestinal irritation where the middle-aged lady time and again was getting gas formation in the stomach which gets trapped in the muscles of back. She cannot move here and there. And particularly after eating any protein-rich food, it was happening. And also from stress, psychological origin, it was happening. I had tried with the remedies of sepia, natramur, phosphorus, etc. But still the recurrence happened. So further I had to work why it is causing. The lady said, my husband stays abroad for last 3 years. He has been there and he's not coming back here. He doesn't want to come back here. I miss him a lot. Now, when I say that I want to come to your place, he says, no, you don't come. He gives some or other reason. It is very expensive over here, the lifestyle. So better you stay there itself. And doctor, I know if I do not go there and stay with him, then now only 3 years happened, he has not been come here, but he will never turn up again. He will never come back to me again. The fear of losing a close relative. Hura is a wonderful remedy where there is a constant fear of losing friends or relatives. The feeling here is, I am bound. I am in a confinement. I cannot go to him. The relief will be if I can be made free to go to him. If you consider this from the Rajan Sankaran method of sensation method, then he puts Hura in the category of Euphorbiaceae family of plant kingdom and under leprous miasm. What is the leprous miasm? There is a feeling of worthlessness, feeling of isolatedness, feeling of being abandoned, the forsaken feeling. That is called leprous miasm. This is what exactly happens in the disease of leprosy. The lepra patients, they are being outcast. The family, friends, relatives, they do not touch him. They do not go close to him. They isolate him. This is the leprous miasm. Hura is a wonderful remedy for leprosy-like disease. I'll explain you further how the skin symptoms of Hura are different than others. Coming back to the case, Euphorbiaceae family, how Dr. Sankaran says, Euphorbiaceae family has the main gist of bound and unbound. Here the lady feels, I am being put in a confinement here. I am not able to break this and go to my husband's place in abroad. So Euphorbiaceae family. And he's not coming to me because he finds that I do not worth him. So that is a leprous miasm. So Hura brasiliensis 1M, I have given 3 doses. Other case is a case of psoriasis where Hura was being prescribed. Psoriasis, many cases are there, many patients are there, but here the patient always comes in a full sleeved dress till the wrist. Why? Because he has psoriatic patches over the forearms, all over the body, of course, but more troubling is the forearms and the face ones. Why? Because it is visible to others. Each time he comes, he says, "Doctor, please cure me, get rid of this problem, help me, I want to come out of this. I cannot shave before going to a party because my psoriatic patches are visible on my cheek. I cannot wear half-sleeved dresses because my colleagues, my friends, they will have a look at this." That is why the Hura patient wants to hide the skin ailments. In case of Hura, the patient doesn't want the others should see his suffering because he has a fear. If they see my illness, they may isolate me. And there is again the fear of losing the close friends and relatives. Here also I have given Hura brasiliensis 1 mg 3 doses. In case of Hura, the acne, pimples has got a typical symptom. In case of Hura, the acne or pimples appear on the projecting parts of the facial bone. That means on the projecting parts of the cheekbones, on the chin, on the tip of the nose, where it is definitely visible to others, and that embarrasses the patient that I have got all these problems. So Hura is indicated where the acne particularly appears on the projecting parts of the bone. Not only acne, but also any kind of skin problem where it is appearing on the projecting parts of the bones. How the Hura pathology starts inside body. The feeling of abandonment, how it starts. When I was working on this medicine of Hura, I came across a video by Dr. Sanjay, homeopath. Nicely he has explained that every individual has got some or other sensitivity. Some are quite sensitive to the reputation in the society. Some are sensitive to their financial positions. Some are sensitive to their relations with the others, with the friends, with the relatives. Hura belonged to this last category. Extremely sensitive towards the relations. As long as the relations go smooth, he is well and good. When there appears turbulence in any of the relationship, then starts the problem. He loves the friends, relatives from the heart. But in return, when he finds that other side has lost confidence in him, the other side doesn't love him equally, then he develops a fear of losing the relatives. Despite of that, he tries his best to please the relatives by doing service to them, by taking care of them, making relations with them. Still he puts effort. Even after that, when he finds that no, the other person has got no confidence in me, he doesn't want me anymore, I am being unwanted now by him, I am worthless for him, I have a feeling of now being outcast. There develops the Hura pathogenesis. He does all the worldly works, but it is like a machine, having no emotional involvement, because he starts becoming indifferent towards all these. How the Hura patient feels better? Hura feels better by crying. The uppermost layer of the emotion gets washed away by shedding some tears, so he feels better for some time. But after some time again that emotion gets accumulated and again it troubles. Dr. Suryamal Sarkar, the genius in homeopathy, my godfather in homeopathy, in his book of Just You See, he writes, clinically he has found Hura to be applicable for osteoporosis, where the cracking of the knee joints will be there. Along with that, the symptoms of ignatia, the depression of ignatia. What is that depression? Depression of feeling being isolated, forsaken feeling, worthlessness feeling. Another case I will quote here. The husband has excelled excessively in his occupation. The wife remains at home. In the few years, there has come a good distance between the husband and wife emotionally. Now the wife started feeling insecure that no, my husband probably doesn't need me anymore, and I'm worthless because he has achieved so much in his occupation, but I haven't. And I am dependent upon him because he is giving me all my requirements. There also I prescribe few doses of Hura brasiliensis 1 mg. So when you are under the shadow of someone else's success, also it calls for Hura brasiliensis. This is all about the medicine Hura brasiliensis.